Hello and welcome back to my channel, Zippy Zip. Thank you for tuning in for another video. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for all the feedback that you're giving. And today I came to do a video to let you know to finish the race. And when it is that I say finish the race, is to push through and finish and accomplish anything that you're doing. You know, they would say the race is not for the swiftest, but for those who endure to the end. And Rome wasn't built in a day. And when it is that you speak to people, especially for people from the Caribbean, they would give you different feedback and let you know, push through, press on. Some may try to depress you and deter you and make you question what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And today I want to tell you that you need to finish your race. Reasons being is that some persons would have asked me, you're a teacher, how you became a teacher? So let me see. One, I decided that I wanted to teach when I was 7. My uncle asked me, big up Uncle Ricky, and he said, Shillian? I said, yes, Uncle Ricky. He said, what you want to be when you grow up? I said, I want to be a teacher. And he said, you want to be a teacher? I said, yes. And he was like, why you want to be a teacher? And I said, to teach people how to dress. Yeah, laugh at my 7-year-old mind, but that's not a problem. And it always stuck with me. I went to my mother and I said, Mommy, I want to teach. She said, no, sir. I said, but that's what I want to do. She said, find something else to do. I said, really? She said, yeah. I said, but that's what I want to do. She said, no. And I would not lie to tell you, sometimes when it is that people or the mind is a powerful thing. And she said, when it is that I actually decided and made up my mind to let you go and say, okay, teaching is what you want to do, teaching is what you want to become, go ahead. Those are where the doors and the opportunities open for me. So I went to high school. I would have finished high school, and I did not have the basic things to get into teaching or to apply for teaching. So here in Trinidad and Tobago, you need maths, you need science, you need English, and you could have 2 other subjects. But now they would have changed it that you would have to have your degree. But then in order to sign up and fill out the form to apply for teaching, besides the other requirements, you would have needed those 5 basic subjects. And I'm not gonna lie to you, maths was a challenge by itself. I did biology in school. Biology was a bit of a challenge for me, and I decided when I wanted to do a science to go with my subjects to apply for teaching, I did human and social biology, better known as HSP. So I did that, and I already had language and stuff because I was good at that. Maths was a bit of a challenge for me, and I made up my mind and I said, Zip, you need this maths to be able to apply for teaching. I was not anywhere in a teaching profession. I was working in human resource section at a point in time. I tried applying and going to Cipriani, doing the human resource courses, and then I had started the bachelor program. And within a year or 2 years of the program, I said, this is not for me. It's not my calling, I don't like it. And I stopped the program. I finished out the semester, stopped the program. Lo and behold, Eureka, University of Trinidad and Tobago came to Tobago. When I was interested in applying, it said, somewhere in the fine print, applications for teachers or persons that were in the teaching service. I had all the subjects, but I did not apply because somewhere in the fine print said eligible or for persons that are teaching. When it is that it came around the second time, I was teaching, but I was teaching in a private school. So I sent in my application, barely told a soul. Sometimes you need to shut your mouth. I barely told anybody. When it is that I got my acceptance letter, and not even when I got the acceptance letter, after I registered, Then, and only then, is when it is that I decided to say, oh yeah, well, I got into UTT trying to be as calm as ever. But I can tell you, I did not start off on a straight path, teacher. It had hills, valleys, up, down, winding roads, fall off the thing, get a flat tire, come back on. It was a hell of a. But I made it there. So I started off in a private school. I was the only teacher in the school going to UTT. Other teachers were going to other universities, that kind of thing. And one of the times when I was there, the principal said to me, Miss, this is a private school and parents don't appreciate you taking time off to do practicum because you had to go to a school that had trained teachers in it or go into a trained teacher class. And at that point in time when I was teaching in that school, there were barely any trained teachers, or everyone was basically doing the degree. So she said you have to make a decision as to what it is that you want to do here on after, because practicum, the periods would have extended further. And I'm not going to lie to you, huh? I took a big leap of faith. I took a big jump. And come the end of the school year, I notified them that I would not have been returning to the school for the upcoming school year. Fast forward, still doing the degree, doing little odds and ends, got a little small teaching gig, teaching in a small private school. That school is no longer around, but it was really nice. It was a fraction of the pay, but it was really nice. And while I was doing the degree, had another girl working in the office in education, and she said, did you submit your application for teaching? And I said, yes. She said, well, they're going to do interviews. And I said, all right, no problem. First spin-off of interviews went, I wasn't called. And then she said, did they call you? And I said, no. She said, all right. Second batch of interviews came. I was called. I did the interview. And I started. So I left the school, the private school this year, July, August, end of the school year. January the following year, I got into a government school. And I've been at the government school. I've been in the government system for the past 9-10 years. I've been there basically for the past 9-10 years. And I finished my degree. So I worked and I was studying. So I did not have scholarship. I didn't have study leave. I juggled it. And I graduated with my degree from University of Trinidad and Tobago, and I've been teaching ever since. But when it is that you bounce into different persons, you would communicate with persons and you would say, all right, so what you doing now? And they may say, well, I'm working in a mini-mart. And they may say, all right, so what you want to do? Well, I want to become a nurse, and then it would be like, but I don't have all the subjects, I don't have any subjects. Everyone is not bright. They are the bright scholar children. You teach them this one, they catch it, no problem. And then they're the persons that you have to give them baby steps, baby food, baby steps. And they would do it and they would get it. And what I want to tell people is that you may want to get into something. It may require that you need 5 CXC passes. It may require that you need 7 CXC passes. It may require that you need a bachelor's degree. And what it is that I recently told someone, all right, you know that learning or excelling or doing the CXC passes is a challenge. 1 subject at a time. I told the person, I said, do 1 subject at a time. They said, Mr. Tinker, I said 1. I said, start with the easiest subject and build the way up. I said, what you're going to do, you're going to sign up for 1 subject in January. And when the July time come out, you sign up for a 2nd subject then. I said, between now and January, you have time to study for that subject. But you could also still splice to the 2nd subject that you're going to be doing in June. You could start wetting your feet in it and getting accustomed and acclimatized with it. And you get the subject done. Once it is that you get one subject here, then you get another two, then you get, the subjects are gonna build up. You may not have the people around you to motivate you. You need to change your circle. Find the people that would motivate you and push you to get it done, that would push you to excel and become a better person. Anytime it is that you're in a circle and a person wants you to be dependent on them to ask them for $5, drop that person. Change your circle, because what you're trying to do now is finish the race. You're trying to finish the race. You don't want to be dependent on a person for a fish. You want someone who would teach you how to fish. You want someone that would teach you how to develop and enhance your skill to make you a better person. Not be dependent on them to give you a whole fish, a half a fish, a quarter fish. No, you going out there, throw your net, throw your line, catch your fish. So I just wanted to say that because there are some persons that are nurses, they're in different professions, doctors, and they may have done the CXC classes 2 subjects at a time. They may have failed some of the courses. They did it, they do it, they struggle, but the bottom line is that you finished the race. They would have finished the race. They would have become who it is that they want to become, and they are excelling in their profession. So I wanted to just come online to remind you, finish the race, change your circle if you need to, change your circle. If you need to change your circle, drop some people, pick up the people that would motivate you. If there are some persons that would be with you within their first year university, then guess what? They would fall off the radar. Second year, you find some other people, and they are the persons that you would be from first year all the way up to fourth year of the degree, there with you. So I just wanted to say that. Stay strong, stay motivated, and finish the race. Thanks again for tuning in. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and see you again for another video soon. Bye, everybody.